But yeah, one of these faces is not oriented in the correct direction. And so if I was to render it, you'll be seeing right through it to whatever's behind it. In the case if you got two like this, these boards where you got two faces that they're facing the same direction, you'll be seeing all of this over here if I go to rendering. Hey there everybody and welcome back to the Digital Paul Workshop. It is I, that hidden menu for your screen's orientation that you have trouble finding, Techno Meow Tinkerer. And today we're going to go into Blender and take a look at a feature you want to do whenever you go to, before you go rendering out, to make sure everything is aligned properly, at least as far as visually. And that is, we're going to make sure all the faces are orientated the correct way. I guess that orientate is the correct word. We'll jump over to Blender. Now this right here is something I'm hoping to build in the future. It's a DVD pull-out shelf that I want to build for all my DVDs. Um, Hopefully I can get around to building. I got most of the wood. I need to buy the casters, and I might need to buy another board or two, but I'm going to be reusing a lot of old wood, but that's beside the point. But what we're going to do is, look, everything looks like it's facing the same way, like it's supposed to. And if I was to go rendering, although I'm not sure, sometimes you can tell with some of these and sometimes you can't. Visually, I was trying to see, because sometimes it'll show the line going through and sometimes it won't. But yeah, one of these faces is not oriented in the correct direction. And so if I was to render it, you'll be seeing right through it to whatever's behind it. In the case if you got two like this, these boards where you got two faces that they're facing the same direction, you'll be seeing all of this over here if I go to rendering. This ain't a rendering project. This is a trying to blueprint what I want to build project, but it still is something good to know if I ever decide to use this as a prop in a backdrop somewhere. 'Cause that's one good thing about designing stuff like this. And I am rambling. I know some of you want to get on to how to do it. So first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to have to come up here to the top where it says Show Overlays. This is one of the two little circles. Click click the menu button, come down here where it says Face Orientation. We click on that. And now what you want is all your faces to be face or blue. The ones that, this is where your texture, this is where your color is going to be. This is the front of the face. The red is the back side. This is where no texture or color. And like I said, when you render, is what you'll see right through it, like having X-ray vision. Which is actually will be good to know if you're probably filming something. If you take out the back side of a wall and just leave the front side, and you probably go around a room. If all these are red, you can go around and see the inside. So there may be a time where you want that if you don't want to delete the object. But here we don't want it. We want this to be facing the correct direction, because if I was to color all of this a particular color, I want the color to show if I was ever to render. And so what we need to do now is got a tab over to edit mode, or you can come up here to the drop down menu and do the same thing. Make sure we got the face panel, face select tool, or whatever you want to call this. Select mode face. Yeah, you want to, and we want to, whoops, I'm in the wrong shape, in this shape. Go into edit mode. And you want to select the face that is red. Then we want to come up here to mesh, come down here where it says normals. Now you can use Alt N, but for some reason Alt N don't bring it up on mine. That might be because I'm using my Alt key to activate the scroll wheel feature, since my mouse don't have a scroll wheel feature, so I can use left click like a scroll wheel. So you click flip, and now it's turned at the correct direction. Now I want it. So if I was to color it, if I was to put an image on it, it would show correctly. And that is how you flip the orientation of the face, or sometimes referred to as flipping normals. And it is something I recommend you do before you render out any project. Sometimes it's just to go in and, like I said, well, I kind of left a little too soon. Go back in and just make sure that you got your face orientation turned on to make sure everything's the right direction. Now you can turn it on and off in edit mode or object mode. I showed you going through object, and I just turn it off through edit. But I do hope that offer some helpful information. This is a very short little video, just something quick. If you're like me, you just need to know it quickly. But like I said, hopefully it helps somebody, and if you know anybody that can find this information useful, please share. If you want to help out the channel, please like and subscribe. Other than that, have a nice day.